I like the idea of the Clutchcore, like where you can save it. That's pretty hype.
You guys should make a team for it.
We were thinking about it. Yeah, GHAZZY was wanting to do it. Me, GHAZZY, Rax, maybe, because it's 3-man, right?
Yeah,
that'd be fun. What's the race 2? What's the? I guess we'll get into it in a second. It's the Act 4. Okay, 2 Act 4 completely. It's completing Act 4. I'm assuming.
Completing Act 4. Yeah.
Oh,
all right. Fun.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you want to do the intro so that we can get started?
You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tavern Talk episode. We still have no idea what episode we're on, and we're joined with my lovely co-host, Mr. Darth Microtransaction. And as per usual, we're inviting one of our friends to just literally yap and talk shit and have one main topic today that is going to be Path of Exile, and we'll just see where the conversation goes. Welcome in Cicerin for joining us yet again. How are you doing?
I am good. Bit tired, so I'm sorry if I yawn. It's I've been going to bed around this time like the last few days, but this is good to like help keep me awake, so good to be here.
And
Sounds
you
good.
I go at GHAZZY.
Well, I mean, this is the Tavern Talk. It's not any structured comments or sections or questions we're going through. We're just going to see where the conversation goes. We recently had a PoE 2 race team event similar to what you announced with your Clutchcore, where we totally put up a validly fight. Like we fought claws and nails, but we lost. Cicerin did win with his team
down to the wire.
Barely. It was just 20 minutes ahead or something. Yeah,
that's
no
about
big
it.
deal.
Yeah, no big deal. Don't need to hone in on that.
But that has led to a new event, well, Clutchcore event that you've been announcing recently. So we could just start there. You just elaborate, re-announce.
Yeah, so Clutchcore is something I've been thinking about. I wanted to do a PoE 2 event for a while. And obviously, you can resurrect people in PoE 2 when you're playing together. So I wanted to do either a couch co-op event or a group event for a while now. And then something I didn't realize until we did the sponsored event for PoE 2 was that the resurrected checkpoint button is grayed out when other people are still alive in the zone. So then I was like, okay, now we gotta do an event around this. So Clutchcore is basically you're in a group of 3, and the only way you can resurrect is by a party member resurrecting you. If your entire group dies, you're out of the event.
Semi-hardcore.
Like that.
It's like hardcore-ish.
It's medium core, yeah. So you can die, but if you all die, you're out. And that means that one person can clutch it. So some people have started practicing already, because I've been talking about this for a while. And I've been saying it is going to happen now. So some people have been practicing already, and people are wiping out. And we made it slightly harder for the event, so we decided not to do any damage mods. I did think about doing like 30 to 50% haste, or some like LE damage, but there frankly is enough damage already in the campaign, especially because it's a race people are going to be going so fast. But what we did do is we put 100% unique monster life on, so that people can't just burst bosses down.
But does that scale beyond the party HP scaling?
Yes.
That's wild. Okay. So they'll have 100% base, then that is multiplied 3 times?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I believe so. In health.
Dude, I have flashbacks of Geo Norfolk.
Yeah. So hopefully that's enough. If not, we can change it in the future. Like if people like these events, that's something we can like keep doing. But as a first PoE 2 event, I think it'll be a fun thing.
Yeah, and you mentioned in the reveal there was the limitation is a 3-player party, and on top of that, people can't have the same archetype. So it'll be 1 caster, 1 ranger, and 1 melee essentially as well.
Yeah, so you can't have like 1 guy with crossbow, 1 guy with bow. You have to pick one. You can't have 3 minion characters. Obviously, that's busted. And you can't have like 2 rangers either. So it's very limited.
How many teams? Is there a limit to how many teams are competing, or is it just as many people winning?
Yeah, so obviously the big downside to this event, it's not an official game mode, right? There's nothing in-game forcing you to only play together and stuff. So we need 1 streamer per team. or at least one person with the ability to stream. You don't need to be a partner streamer or anything to join. But we need one person per team streaming, and I'm going to be paying people to watch streams during the event to make sure people don't cheat. So there is a limit on how many teams. We can probably handle at least 15 teams. Anything upwards of that, we'll have to get more people.
And I'm assuming it's going to be within like its own private league, etc., right? Like it'll have a
Yeah, so we already have a private league set up already, yeah. I'm excited, dude.
Invitations. So do we have to like reach out to you to get an invitation for this?
Yeah, just send me a message.
Okay, I'm gonna do it verbally now. Hey sis, I got a team. I don't want to play. I'm just waiting for Rex to get back to me in DM. You guys
yeah, you're in. Don't worry.
Awesome.
Don't worry, you're in. Now, lucky for you, I'm not competing this time. I'm casting.
We have a chance, GHAZZY. You hear that? Although Ing's playing, I saw Angormus has been practicing, so he's a little bit of a man to beat.
Yeah, Angormus has a good team. Sarge and them have a good team. Ben isn't playing. Yeah, Chronix is playing.
Oh.
Sounds like it's gonna be a pretty good event. Then there's a lot of people actually.
Yeah,
playing
I
this.
hope so. It's always really hard to get like brands on a short notice. One brand I really wanted to work with, they're like, "Do you have any plans for 2027?" And I'm like, "Bro, I can't function with that for how we do events." But Display was like, obviously they have the new PoE collab, which is cool. So they funded the prize pool. That was really nice.
So what is the prize pool and how does it break down?
I can't remember how we broke it down, but it's $5,000. I can't remember the actual breakdown. What did we decide on?
The new displays do look pretty good, though. I got some of them also. They look pretty nice for the people that haven't seen them yet.
My God, me and Viro yap a lot. What did I search for 5,000? Oh, okay. No, god damn it.
Are you doing
what
like
if I search for
bounties this time, or people contributing the bounties, or is it pretty much just the price?
No, so it's such a short event. Like we'll cast for somewhere between 4 and 5 hours. Rank 1 might finish as early as 3 hours 30 minutes, but at the end of the day, since it is a medium core event, everybody could die. And then let's say everybody dies at the final boss, then it's just whoever got there first, because that could happen.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah. I think, if I remember, I'm not sure, but I think it's $3,500 to rank 1, but I can't remember what we decided.
Okay, that's a pretty good price. I mean, that's enough to make people play for sure. It's a good prize pool.
Yeah. I mean, it's PoE players will play for free anyway, but I think it makes it more exciting, especially to watch with a prize pool.
Oh, yeah. Just adds a little bit more spice to it. That's always fun.
Yeah, add some legitimacy and stuff to it. And especially for the first one, we don't want to overcomplicate it with like bounties and stuff like that. We just want to see if it works, see how easy it is for like tracking and making sure people don't cheat. There's not too much you can do to cheat because...
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, how could you actually cheat?
Well, if you didn't have streamers. Like, you could resurrect, right? And keep playing even though you've all wiped.
Yeah, true, I suppose. But I guess if you type /death... Well, I was going to say if you could probably track it /death, but I guess you can't because...
Can't.
Yeah.
Can't see if you died at the same time.
Yeah, suppose not. So if this one goes well, are you just trying to make like basically like a template? Like, okay, so this one goes well. Clutchcore is like seems to be something people like a lot, and you can kind of ramp it from there, do more and more modifiers, etc.
Yeah. Yep.
What happened to the being able to inspect in-game? That's in PoE 1, right? Is that something we'll get in PoE 2, you think?
We don't have inspecting game in PoE 1, do we?
You're thinking of the Twitch plugin, which is the...
I don't think we have it anywhere. You mean like the actual like spectating as in like forecasting thing? I believe we have that in PoE too. I haven't asked if that's like something that I can use for the event. It might be though.
Because that was so cool when they introduced that, and I was like, this is gonna make the events pop off so well.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool if I can like run next to them. I'll send them a message and ask, do I have access to spectating for the event? Yeah, I might do. I'm not sure. Because I know they had that for PoE 2, and they wanted to have it in PoE 1 for the Gauntlet, but it's not ready for PoE 1 yet.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It did make the
That would be
races
cool,
a lot
though.
better. It actually was pretty nice for the race. So there's some visual glitches with it, but it made the races a lot more enjoyable to watch.
Yeah. But we have a lot of cool teams participating. I'm pretty excited about it. It'll be cool to see how fast people really will do it. And also, like, especially since it's a shorter event, I didn't want a ton of sponsors because then it's going to be like so many shout outs and stuff. So I want to just like keep it small for like the shorter events.
And that will be
That's
the
fair.
27th at what time specifically for the people who are watching?
I think it's gonna. Well, the season goes live at 3 p.m. UK time, so that's like 5 hours before now.
Okay.
And then there's gonna be like a 10-minute grace period until it actually kicks off, where you can get to town and get everything sorted, and you can do sort of like an emergency make a new character if you don't have any of the items for your archetype.
So that will be the 27th, 7 a.m. PST, which is 10 a.m. EST, I think, for people watching.
4 p.m. CEST.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Should be. I think that's right. All right, so that's the
But yeah.
that's the event. How have you enjoyed the league so far? Now that we're
A lot.
a month
A
in?
lot. I've been really, really enjoying it. I was very worried, especially as a content creator, because I just wasn't loving last patch.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, my job feels like a job. But like, it like obviously like streaming is like extra fun when you're just blasting and having a fun time with it.
Oh, yeah.
So last season I quit pretty early. I was like, I just went to Arbiter, I died, and I was like, nah, not like super vibe on. And then this season, just so much has changed. There's like crafting, there's chase items, there's so many fun builds. I'm playing it off stream even, so I'm really enjoying it.
That's something I really felt with PoE 1. Like after many years of playing it, I kind of stopped playing it off stream for the last couple of years. And in PoE 2, everything was new. So I felt like most of us were playing it off stream all the time. And then last season, most of us like, yeah, no, we're only. It's what you said. Like it's a job now. Or that's what we're in there. That's how I felt. And this patch has just completely flipped that upside down again. It's so much fun.
Yeah. So they just made so many good changes. And like there's still like issues, right? Like there's still things that could be better. And right now I feel like you have like two very distinct camps. You have the people that hate PoE 2 no matter what. They're never gonna be positive, they're never gonna love the game. Super cringe. And like everything TDD do, they're like PoE 2 bad, more PoE 1 please. But then you have the equally cringe camp of you can't even criticize anything.
Yep.
If you say anything's wrong with the game, they're like, go play PoE 1 then. It's like, bro, chill. We just want it to be better. So it's like it's so stupid. I hate both camps equally. They're all idiots. So yeah, no, I'm very much in like the game made such great progress. There's still a few things that need to be cleaned up, need to be better. Namely towers, which obviously GTD agree on. Then they said that's something that's going to be coming next patch, and just like more endgame stuff.
Yeah, I agree about towers and the Atlas tree for me are kind of. Mostly the Atlas tree
definitely needs more love. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of miss the feeling of like specializing into something, and I just kind of feel like I do all of the things, and every map has all of the things. So I'm kind of looking forward to the Atlas tree rework as much as I am to towers being changed.
It's also
No.
I saw somebody in GHAZZY's chat even said haters were powered by Zzz, but the singular only negative thing I said about this season was the fucking ultimatum bird, which I hate. The ultimatum bird is awful. Other than that, it's been 99% positive and just like glazing the season.
What, you don't like?
I've encountered a fair share of bugs and issues when it comes to Minion stuff, but other than that, I tried to make a list of negative things I had to say about the patch, and I had like 3 sentences.
Mhm.
That was it.
Yeah.
Speaking of bugs, they run the same the integer number limitation in PoE 2. I found that out today. They have that same limitation in PoE 2 as they have in PoE 1. You know, with the dot cap 35.8 million, 2.1 billion per minute. They have the same cap of being able to calculate in PoE 2. Because you can make skeletal reavers burn HP, which is exponentially burning more and more every second. But we can make them immortal. And what happens there is that if you make them immortal long enough, the burn value goes so high that it becomes nil and errors out, and they start regenning instead.
Wow. That's crazy, actually.
That. Yeah. So you can actually have permanently enraged reavers that are not burning HP.
Wow. No, it's been a good patch for minions. I when I was doing the crossbow, it's actually leveled with minions. And that was really good. Really enjoyable. I did the crack cocaine ants.
Everyone in the damn ants, dude. Every stream I look at, someone's got the fucking ants.
Someone in chat said cocaine ants, and I was like, I like the sound of that. Made a video on it, and now it's like just widely known as the cocaine ants. It just became this thing, and it's so much fun.
It's so good. They're really nice. I tried the lightning spark guys too, but like the projectile is so much smaller than what it looks like, and it just bothered me.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you have like projectile acceleration, they clear pretty okay, but their single target is insane.
Yeah, they're really good. I did use them for a while. And it's better than the ones that are like all over the screen, like the red explosions. Can't remember what they're called.
The wall guards.
Didn't like them. And the thing is, I was just coming off like my mortar cannon, which I literally have sunglasses on my desk just for playing that build. It was so rough, dude. It like, especially like it's okay for maybe like a short session, like 8 to 9 hours. But when I was doing like 18 to 20 hour sessions on it, I was like, dude, I am physically in pain. Yeah. Like my eyes actually hurt.
Dude, there's something wrong with the grenades. Like Witch Hunter was my favorite like class of the season so far. It's the first time I played Witch Hunter. I was like, wow, actually, like I've been sleeping on this. It's super fun. But I was playing grenades also. Not mortar cannons, but just every time flash grenade would go off or explosive grenade or something, it just there's something wrong with the grenade. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, I had a clip where I turned the bloom up to 125%, and I turned off dynamic culling, and I switched out from cluster grenade to flash grenade, and then it was like the entire room was like lighting up. I was like, oh my god, it hurt.
That reminds me of this clip I saw. Some guy that was playing Counter-Strike and had it like modded or whatever he had with like these strobe lights or something. So when a flash grenade would pop off, it would just beam the entire room. You couldn't see anything.
Jesus.
There's a guy who does
very
all
immersive,
that.
Though.
There's a guy who does all that stuff for different effects. Like he's got like actual recoil for when he's shooting guns. He has something that goes and hits him in the arm every time he's shooting in like Call of Duty. It's pretty funny.
That's funny. But yeah, no, so it was fun, and I tried a few different builds this season, and obviously the auction house was so fun. I found a lot of holes. So obviously, like in PoE 1, I play SSF a lot, but in PoE 2, I was like, I'll play trade, especially when I try out the new auction house. And I kind of like discovered something on accident. I didn't know about Omen of Chance, and I like forgot that was a thing. And I found one. And I was like, oh, cool. It just turns the base type in, but it keeps the sockets. So I could do like a 3 socket. And then I saw that Omen of Chance was just 5 divines. And I'm like, hold up. Loads of uniques that are only 1 per base cost a lot more than that. So I made like the Last Lament 3 socket. And sold that for 30. And then I just kept buying more Omen of Chance. And I was like, cool. Awesome money printer. sell last mint, buy Omen of Chance, sell, buy, sell, buy. And I was just like printing these. And then a few days after I was doing that, GDD made the last mint build by Soa's build of the week. Then they started selling for 40 and 45 divine each. And I was like, this is great. Oh, that
I
was
was
nice.
actually upset about that because, like, the reason I got into the Reaver tech that I was working on was me and Lolice were working on getting a Rage Minion build out, and there was some bugs made it not possible. And they were like, okay, but the deaths, whatever, the gloves that build is using would work with the anoint to give reach to our minions. Like, okay, great, we have a solution to it. I go to bed and like watch everything. It's like, okay, I'm gonna prep for this build, and the gloves went from 3 Exalters to 110 Divines. So, okay, well, I guess we're not playing that build because no one can afford it.
I very, very luckily, like day before it became build of the week, I bought the gloves for 22 divines. They are now 250 or something on hardcore. There's one pair left.
Yeah, no, that kind of ruined
more.
my entire plan. I wanted to do rage minions, but the gloves are just died on a lich.
And they're so rare.
Perfect.
They only drop off the Beyond bosses and only one specific one.
Yeah. It's rough. It's a really cool build. It just goes to show like what build of the week has always been promoting back when they started that in PoE 1 as well. Just cool new interactions and seeing what's possible in the game. So I was very happy that they reintroduced that in PoE 2 and they have really cool ideas.
Yeah. And that was the Death Articulated is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually Vald my crossbow like 30 minutes ago and it did not go well.
You brick the suffixes or something? What happened?
No, I just like rerolled it, so I lost some attack speed. And I because I got a second one. Not a profitable venture. I've all 2 of them and both of them kind of like bricked.
Can you sanctify uniques?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think you can. That would be kind of crazy.
I have a friend of mine who made a +5 scepter and a +4 amulet and is running around with 13 ends and like it's ridiculous damage output on them. And it's just the entire gear sanctified. There's the reservation efficiency on both helmet and your chest piece. It just gets absolutely wild what you can do with crafting right now. But it's gonna be fun as well. It's like crafting in PoE 1 is significantly easier than in PoE 2. But it's still very complex because you have to understand the tag system and all those things. But once you get to that point, the crafting in PoE 2 is very easy compared to PoE 1 because there's like less than half the methods to crafing, right?
Yeah, I thought I misheard you. I thought you were saying PoE 1 was easier than PoE 2, and I was like,
yeah, that's what I thought too.
No, the other way around. Was like I keep telling people like you need to learn how to craft. Like once you learn to understand crafting, it just opens up the whole game to be played in a very different way. You'll understand value of items that are dropping. You can craft your own upgrades. All those things happen as well. But most importantly, when GGG will inevitably add more crafting methods, it will be very easy to apply the new knowledge to the stuff you already know. Because good luck doing one crafting now.
You think they're going to keep all of it, after the league? You think they're going to keep all the crafting systems?
Yeah, especially this early.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
So there is a chance that they go like full harvest and they go like, guys, we weren't supposed to give you guys this much power. But I don't know. It's like they've already seen what happens with that. The community gets so angry. Yeah. But there are a few things that are a bit too strong, I think. Like, I don't think you should be able to deterministically be able to get 100% items. And obviously, as you actually can't get 100% items because of Sanctified. But pre-Sanctified, you still can get 100 percentile items right now. Which I don't think it's good to have a recipe for that. I think you should be able to get anywhere from 80 to 90% with a certain level of investment. But that to get 100%, you need some RNG. There's some of the essences that make that a little bit too strong, right? Like guaranteeing +3 on a focus is nuts.
I found myself...
and the +6 on 2-handers.
Yeah. I did find myself like being really excited by crafting, but then kind of missing that everyone didn't have the same item. Like I found very often someone would leak me a crazy item, and I'm just like, You know, it's like, oh yeah, everyone's kind of got crazy items now. I noticed that a little bit. It kind of brought me back to what was the conversation we had with Brian GHAZZY where they're talking about chasing the, what was it, spear? He was talking about chasing the spear for like hours and hours. And for me, I was kind of like, you know what, I kind of understand like a bit of his point. You know, after kind of feeling how it seems like mostly everyone's got items within, like you're saying, within 10% of each other or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a bigger problem on softcore as well. Because a lot of my friends that normally play hardcore went softcore this season because it was going to be so hard. But they were saying like on softcore, like it's hard to find anything that sells, especially items. Like even if you find like a really good item, then you try to like price check it, and you're like, oh cool, that's like 2 exalted orbs, excellent.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it goes both ways. Like we had the same problem in Harvest League in PoE 1, where the initial low budget stuff, like the early game progression stuff, those things will always have some value. But as time goes by, the supply is so high, they're always cheap. And in the mid section of items, your mid budget, whatever you want to call it, the intermediate steps before you're giga juicing, that just disappears when you have too much deterministic crafting. And there's no value in it because nobody cares. You're going to go from 0 and skip the progression to hero and just jump into being a hero right away. So like there's no gearing in between. And that's one of the things that's happening for sure. Like you either have the biggest of the biggest or you just run with a scrap you just found until you can afford crafting and get the biggest.
There's that. And then I think he's also right about the point. Remember we said when you introduce trading, it's like all of the items except like the upper echelon of items kind of flatline in price because everyone has such easy access to trading. Like that, I definitely can feel that too.
And it's like there's such a like huge increase in volume being traded now, right? Because you had such a large percentage of players that would like basically play SSF. They'd like sell some big ticket items and buy a few things here and there, but largely they were so pissed off with trading that they didn't want to touch it. Now everybody's trading.
Yeah.
It's amazing how smooth the trading actually went, though. Like, other than, like, the Orb of Annulment thing is pissing me off, absolutely. But, like, outside of that, the trading has been very...
What Orb of Annulment thing?
So, basically, everyone lists everything in Orb of Annulment because it isn't tracked properly. So, you have to actually go and, like, select Exalt or Divine Orb. It's that annoying shit again. So, now, if you search for anything, it's just all Orb of Annulment, Orb of Annulment, Orb of Annulment. You have to, like, go and ignore all these people. It's really fucking annoying. But outside of that, the trading's been pretty flawless. The new
I hate that. But people said we wouldn't have price fixing anymore. To be fair, we don't have that on hardcore, so that's nice. And also, obviously, there's pros and cons to so much things being listed because, like, if you're a casual, you can get stuff really cheap. Like, you can get really good gear really cheap. So that's good. It's just at the downside of you're probably not going to find anything that's sellable. But on hardcore, it's actually been just incredible. Like, because there's still so much stuff for sale. There's not as many people playing. Because the season was really hard and a lot of people were struggling with the campaign. Like, you should have seen the deaths around level 52 at least, right? Because you have the guy in Dig Site, like the Earth Awakener with like the 2 Awakener meteors. And then you have like the Prophecy Monkey, like they were wiping out the ladder. I think it probably on day 1 had like a 30-40% kill rate at around level 52. It was just like death. And I was just like, what's killing people there, bro?
The Ferritin Prince is the one that got me, dude. The death from every angle, and then he does like the leap, and it gets shotgun.
And that was another barrier at like level 60-ish. So yeah, it was hard.
I had my smoothest league start I've ever experienced. Like, obviously, the minions were with the scaling and everything just felt so good. So, like, they actually functioned to level with before Act 3. Before that, we had to get to Act 3 before they start feeling good. But it was so smooth, and I got so lucky. I had a +2 helmet. I had +2 on my amulet with spirit. I was like some absolute cracked gear on day 1. And when I got to these bosses that people were like, oh, you're going to die in that boss, I didn't even get to see the faces. So now I did a playthrough with a Lich. I was like, okay, let me just follow my build guide and deliberately keep my gear super low so anyone following the guide will have better gear than what I'm playing with. And I'm like, what is this mechanic? I'm like, they're actually hard. You have to fight them. So now to me it makes sense. But I got so lucky with gear in the early stage. It was ridiculous. And you skipped the faces all over the field. But I understand now, like since yesterday's playthrough I did. Now I understand what was killing people in the campaign.
For sure. I was very lucky and decided to do the tactician mortar for my first build. So once I got the pin, it was all over. I didn't see anything after that because it was so stupid. Because the pin would build up so fast, and while they're pinned, the stun builds up. So then they get pinned into stun. And then when they're stunned, the pin builds up again. So they're pinned into stun into pin. And I'm like, cool, I don't see boss moves anymore. They just die now. And I had really high damage too. So yeah, that was super enjoyable.
Sounds like a great start. I started the fucking sorceress. I was trying to do archmage, and good lord. I mean, arc was all right, but like the infusion thing does. I still don't think infusions feel too great unless you're doing fireball, living bomb in the campaign. If it was kind of like mid-ish.
Yeah, I know a few people have been saying like there are ways to do infusions, but there's a lot of ways not to do it as well.
Yeah. I ended up settling with just Orb of Storm spam with limit, like increase the limit and just spamming Orb of Storms, and they'll proc off each other, and I ended up feeling better than like any of the other solutions.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of clips talking about the Act 3 monkey. And I'm going to bring this up. I see Dio smiling already.
And what happened with the monkey
people? Okay, so a lot of people were like talking about how I saw several clips of it, and I saw several people talking about how in hardcore they would skip fighting this monkey and come back later. And I was like, every time, it was so weird to me. I understand I'm playing minions, I can literally just walk around whilst my damage uptime is there. But I was like talking to people about it. It's like, this is so weird to me.
Are you talking Act 3 monkey or are you talking Yeti monkey? Because Act 3 monkey, you just kill.
Both.
You just kill. Yeti monkey, I would always skip and go back after like another fight.
Wait, but the Yeti monkey does nothing. He can't even one-hit you.
I always like to skip him because I don't want to get smashed on him. He does cold? He doesn't just go slam you? It's 100% converted to cold?
No, it's like 50, but it's like it does so little damage. You can face tank it.
Yeah, and you're better geared by then as well.
Yeah,
people talking
your
about
build's
this.
way more online.
And I was like, so weird. So like you play hardcore a lot, right? So I was just wondering what your take on that. Like you skip the monkey in Act 3 or like you've seen people
I don't. Until this patch, I have never ever had an issue with the monkey. And I was just like, I don't understand how people are dying to him. But like, that being said, I died twice to him this season, and the problem is that when you get to the monkey, he can always one-hit you, no matter what. Yeah. I actually think he's the most dangerous part of the campaign, because while there are bosses that have scarier moves, right? Like, especially in Act 4, like the Earth Awakener, the guy that loves rocks, like all of those guys have scary moves, but they are so incredibly telegraphed, and once you know what they do, they're pretty easy. Whereas the monkey, every single attack he does one-shots you. You just have to 100% dodge every attack, and it's just slam into slam into slam. So it is actually the most scary boss in the campaign. Now, the first time I died to him was Omega skill issue, and it was actually because I was so excited about how much damage I was doing. So I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna kill him in 3. Oh, I died. So I literally just got stun locked by my own damage and thought he wasn't even gonna get an attack off. And he did that move where he spins around once before he slams, and I dodged too early. And I got super skill issued. So that was nice and deserved. And then the second death, that's been bug fixed already because I had the pathfinding on the dodge roll stopped working. So I roll to go past him, and it just teleports me back to where I was. So that was tilting because I just died to the monkey, leveled back up, got there in 4 hours, and then died to him again. And I was like, fuck, I'm so mad right now. So that was really painful, to be honest.
The only issue I really have with the monkey, or one of them, I guess, is that it's like Arbiter Beam, where it's got this really wide hitbox that goes protrudes from the side of him. So if he's facing this direction, you can get hit standing on his left or right side as he's slamming, because the AoE is way wider than the actual pole. So you have to be basically completely behind them all of the time, or else that will one pop you, which is pretty annoying.
Yeah,
I like how he leads the shot as well.
Quinn died to a bug with the monkey too, where one of the slams that was unblockable didn't show that it was unblockable, so he was trying to block it.
Good clip.
Is it like, yeah.
It was in maps. It was a map monkey. So he died pretty far.
And the funny part was, so obviously, like, first I died to Abyss, because the green blobs were super overtuned. That's also been nerfed. Yeah. And then I level back up, died to the monkey. Level back up, died to the monkey, and I'm like, oh my god, I am not having fun. And then Quinn says, yo, Lil Z, do you want a monkey carry? And I was like, I made fun of him so much over the years. I'll take the L on this. Yeah, fuck it, I'll take a monkey carry. And that was good content. And then literally the next map, the first map he goes into is the monkey boss, and then he dies. It was like the most crazy cinema ever. And then when he levels back up, he asks me to boost him on the monkey. So it was a very, very fun day.
The best part about that is in the patch notes that they released. If you look at the bug fixes, it says bug fix, and it does like 12 of them. And then it says fixed an issue with the monkey. It calls it an issue, not a bug. And then it does like 12 more bug fix. It's very specifically calling it a skill issue.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah.
Speaking of mobs killing you, I had the weirdest wake-up call this patch when I got to the Quill crabs. I don't know what they did to them. They were fucking me up when I got there. And they disabled them from being a specter, so I have no idea what they did to them. And normally we'd dig through the file, the data mines for the specters and whatnot. But I got to the Quill crabs, and they were just ripping me apart. And they did something, and they lowered the damage off them or something. They tuned them down, so I don't know what they did. Did you guys had any issues with that?
I didn't notice.
I died to crabs, but it was a 100% skill issue because I thought I was fine. I just tanked it, and I shouldn't have tanked it. This is how I lost my Chalupa monk in Untainted Paradise. Do I've lost more characters in Untainted Paradise than any other map?
You're talking about like the porcupines that like shoot like 3 projectiles, right?
Yeah, like the multi-spam.
The cold projectile,
yeah.
Right. Huh.
Like the same ones that are literal tutorial. Like those guys spam a shitload.
Yeah, the tiny ones with cold projectiles. Like
they did a change to them. Like in the patches, they said they like nerfed them. But then I died like 5 minutes after the nerf.
They had a modifier tag in the data mine info that had like 70% less damage or something because they had like a collateral splash effect, like a mortar. And then they had that damage tag on it, which made sense. So when I got it ripped, like I didn't die to it, but like my HP were down to like nothing every time I saw them in a pack. And I thought that they removed that. So I was like, we're going to specter these guys. Like that's what we're going to do. That's where I went. But they disabled that, and then they nerfed them. So I don't know what happened there at all, but something went wrong because they were doing a lot of damage.
I don't know. So I had like 2 different tanks this season. So at the start, I went a life build, which was a mistake. And armor and stuff was really good. That was fine. But you just don't really get enough raw life.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the pin carried really hard. And I realized... I think it was like 92 or something on my mortar when I was like, I'm really struggling to get enough chaos res, and I'm really struggling with like just enough defense on this build. Because I was hovering around tier 8 maps and thinking like tier 15s are going to be too scary. Then at some point I was like, you know what, I'm just going to send it, and if I die, I die. I want to reroll a ES build anyway. And I survived for like 2 days in tier 15s, surprisingly, just because pin was so strong. Can't remember what actually ended up killing me. Oh, I actually died to something that probably would have killed an energy shield build anyway. The you know the guy that does like the fire breathing thing that you get 10% fire res off in Act 3?
Yeah.
The lightning version of that, like the cinematic opener he does with the lightning move, that does like 15,000.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, no, I've been snapped by that guy also. I wasn't thinking about it, and he slaps really hard with that opener for some reason. I feel like it's more than when he actually does that.
That's like
move.
10 to 15k damage.
Yeah, no, it's.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah. No, it's crazy damage. Stormgore, that's it.
Stormgore.
Yeah.
No.
I've died once to. There's a guy who does a similar thing. It's right before you do the Chimera, the dude who would drop an amulet guaranteed, but he's a rare with rare modifiers. He does that breath. And one time he had Shroud Walker and TP'd onto me and hit me with the same beam, but I think it does chaos damage at that point. So you get absolutely shredded.
Yeah.
I tried armor. I was talking to Crip about it a lot. And we discussed the whole armor stacking thing, and he kept saying, big armor chest piece. That's what you need. Big armor chest piece. Get that super big armor and play Infernalist for Altered Flesh. Okay, that makes sense. He did it, and it looks really good. Like the guide he posted, fantastic. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of playing Minion Witches. I'm going to make a Titan. And I want to use Dorian as prototype and get all my damage for the power cells that way. It did ridiculous damage. And I had 45,000 armor counted for lightning hits, and I had like 23 on fire and like 35 on cold. And any fire hits or any cold hits with like between 23 and 35,000 armor, depending on the element, that would just rip me apart. And I had like 3,000 life. It just was not possible to survive. But lightning was fine at 45k because I had like over 200% of armor applying to lightning.
Right. Yeah.
It was absolutely ridiculous. But cold and fire just ripped me. And so I talked to Crip about it, and he's like, you got to go hybrid. It's like, okay. So now I have to like layer this with energy shield to survive somehow. And try that out. Still didn't work. I was like, what's the solution? I talked to him. I was like, help me out, Crip. Like, yeah, I know you made it work. I can't make this work. And the conclusion was, it's just not enough armor. You can't use Dorian's prototype. You have to use like a big armor piece. Like, that's the solution to it.
Yeah, no, it is pretty frustrating. Like, I definitely do think armor and stuff is in a good spot, but it's also not super easy to get enough armor, especially if you want to do anything like creative with uniques, right? That's a big problem. Like, there's several uniques, and with even energy shield uniques have this problem, right? Where it's like, yeah, it's a kind of cool like function on the armor, but it has like 150 ES or 100 armor. It's like, okay, excellent. And yeah, no, it's just a very large discrepancy between energy shield and life builds too. Even getting like 3k life is hard on a lot of builds. And then like, I'm wearing a hybrid chest right now and I have like 8.5k ES.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why
It's ridiculous.
I'm not really sure why life is so very conservative with, but we've got so many patches in a row of like ES basically not having the percentages removed. I mean, I understand the argument of like, you know, life still gets an additional barrier and ES kind of doesn't, but like people are just playing hybrid, like you said, like hybrid ES evasion anyway. I kind of don't get it.
The only thing that makes sense is that they consider energy shield something like armor or evasion, and they don't consider it an alternative to life. Nothing else makes sense. Because there's armor percentage on the tree, there's percentage evasion on the tree, there's percentage energy shield on the tree. But like, so it's crazy. Because it is an alternative to life.
Oh yeah, and you also get to this point where like when you get around the 10k ES mark, you don't have to have super fast recharge start because you can go into a pack, it's dead before you've lost all your entire blue shield, and then if you have a 2-second window or a 1.5 second window or a 1 second recharge, it doesn't matter. It's like you're gonna be full energy shield before the next pack anyways.
I was kind of hoping we were going to get more mana nodes because it's still pretty hard to stack mana. Like if you want to have a significant amount. I'm playing Eldritch Battery right now. And Mind Over Matter without Mind Over Matter, you know? But you can't really get... I mean, you can get 6k. I guess you could push north towards 7, but like it doesn't do enough at the moment. You get a lot of regen though. You can get quite a bit of mana regen, but you just can't get the quantity. How you guys feel about Deflection?
Well, so I don't like it. I think something like Deflection is almost okay to have in the game, but I think they should change the way it works and make it very specifically for evasion. So my suggestion that I made was evasion needs something that's 100% for evasion to really work, right? Because I'll explain how evasion works because there's probably a lot of new players to PoE too. But evasion is not like, for example, block, where with block, if you have 50% chance to block, you could block 10 hits in a row, or you could get hit 10 times in a row. Whereas that's not the case with evasion. With evasion, it's going to pick a hidden number based on your evasion rating and go, you are going to get hit every 7 attacks or every 15 attacks. So when you're actually playing an evasion build, you can never get hit twice in a row, which is really strong. So the premise behind evasion is that you don't get hit a lot, but then you need to get to the point where you don't get one shot. So that's where deflection, in my opinion, should come in, right? Yeah, evasion is entropy based. That's where deflection should come in. So the way it should be similar to Ghost Shrouds, where it has like 10% damage reduction and you have 4 charges. So if you get hit once, you get 40% damage reduction on the hit, and then if you get hit again, then you take 30% damage. But if you then don't get hit for another 5 or 8 seconds, then you're back up to full charges. That makes it make so much more sense, and does do a really good job of having a layered defense. Basically the same way Kintsugi was used in PoE 1. Whereas right now, when you have an RNG defense, it's like, yeah, you're only getting hit like every 7 or 8. And deflection might save you. You might just get one shot, but it might save you though. It's a 70% chance that this is going to deflect. That doesn't really work. You can't have RNG on an RNG defense.
But they also made it harder to get evasion out, because like in the previous season, we ran on the Minion builds, we did an energy shield evasion base. So basically we had the ghost dance, right? So we had a recovery method. But when we did finally take that hit, we weren't mitigating anything because we're blue shield, right? But when we finally did take that entropy hit, we'd have a large pool, and then that could take that hit, and then we would keep dodging, and we could then get time to recharge or recover through ghost dance, which felt really good. That's so hard to achieve now because of how hard it is to get decent evasion rating numbers, or the actual dodge chance, right? That's part of it. And that's something else I talked about with Crypt, was the hybrid armor pieces when we discussed that for armor energy shield, is that apparently the hybrid item slots are so much worse to have on your gear, instead of having half your gear be of one type and half your gear being purely for the other type. So you can have, that's so much better value than having all your items be hybrid based. And that doesn't make sense to me, because it's vastly different, like night and day.
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. I hope we get like some change to that. I think the game would be better. I think even if you can just get deflection to 100%, that'd be better. I think it'd be a little bit too strong right now, because if it's doable to get deflection to 100%, you're going to be very much looking to do that on on energy shield builds and also on armor builds, and try to combo that. I think it really needs to be like exclusively a dex or evasion thing, where it also is about not getting hit a lot.
I just don't want to build deflection in hardcore ever if it has a chance of not doing something. Like if it has a 1% chance, then eventually you will die. So,
but it's not similar to like spell suppression in PoE 1, because I've always had the argument that if you do spell suppression, or in this case deflection, you either go 100% or you don't do it at all.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, when would I ever build like 70% spell suppress? Like, I wouldn't. You would always do 100.
Yeah, it's such a big difference when you get it 100%. I mean, it still helps against like barrage attacks like Spark or the Goddess and stuff like that in PoE 1 with spell suppression, but yeah, like you can't really rely on it.
Yeah. It's just weird. It was also weird to me when that, was it the Chinese interview they had, when they were saying how evasion was the worst defensive mechanic?
I mean, they're kind of right though. Like, I mean, if you consider evasion, they're talking about pure evasion. Like, they're not talking about evasion energy shield, which is like 2 different conversations. So like pure evasion itself, and then you only have life. Yeah, I mean, of course it's like you.
Would you say that pure evasion was, before this patch, worse than pure armor.
Yeah,
in the
arguably,
previous
yeah.
patch.
Yeah, I could see that, because at least armor, you have consistent mitigation. Evasion, you're like getting slapped and then you have basically no HP. I don't think pure evasion felt very good at all.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
sure I
hard.
agree with that. I think armor has been
Yeah.
the worst, and still is.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
agree,
hard. There's
like-
just so many holes in our defenses.
Yeah, I mean the hybrid approach. I get the argument there, like the pure one, sure, but I mean if you're looking pure evasion versus pure armor, I definitely think that armor has just never really been good.
But they have the same
From what I've
problem.
seen.
You have the same problem, which is like
That's fair.
life is the real problem. You can argue about, oh, which one's worse, and it's
Yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah.
sure, maybe we're arguing over percentages, which one's dog shit more, but like the real problem comes down to life. You just don't have any,
Mhm.
basically,
Yeah.
and you get nerfed more.
Yeah.
This league, basically.
Yeah, because like
That's also true.
you have to think about like how strong should energy shield be compared to life, right? And I think the number is you should be able to, at most points of the game, get roughly twice the amount of energy shield that you can get life, right? So if you can get 20,000 energy shield, you should be able to get 10,000 life with investment, right? If you can easily get 5,000 life, you should be able to get 10,000 energy shield, because that's when it makes sense, right? You can't leech as easily, if at all. But right now it's what, like 4 times? Like if you can get like I was struggling to get 3,000 life right now. You can get 5 with a Combs Heart. I think, and obviously like Blood Mage is different. You can't really have Blood Mage in the equation, but like what can a reasonable life build get? And right now it's hard to get 5k life. That is difficult. Whereas it's pretty reasonable to get even like 17,000 ES.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're running,
Like just half decent gear, 7,000-8,000. Sorry.
if you're running a shield, you're probably like 3,500 HP with like okay gear, nothing crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, like my first build this season, and I had life on everything, and I was trading and I was trying as hard as I could to get more life. I had 2,400 life on Hardcore Trade League, and you can get that higher on Softcore Trade League with more items available. But I was like, I'm trying so hard, going mostly just for defense, and I can't get 3k life. I am struggling.
Taking defenses aside, what's been your favorite build to play this season, Sis?
Definitely the crossbow thing. Like it's just so fun. Like somebody linked me the video by Salsa before it was build of the week, and I was like, that looks amazing. And I'd already done like my own build with the mortars, so I was like, let's try that. That's just so juicy. And yeah, no, I'm just running around like blasting, and it just having a good time.
What about you, DM?
Probably Witch Hunter, actually. Like it's the first time I played Witch Hunter, because I'm like kind of trying these tendencies. I haven't really tried too much, and like Zealotous Oath is actually really fun and good for clear. Like it's better than I thought, because the Abyss count is undead, so you get 2x, you get 20% chance to explode, and the clear is actually like kind of nice. So I did Grenade Witch Hunter, which felt pretty good. Outside of that, I liked stacking I wanted to do like the Archmage mana stacker again, and I like that build in theory, but it's just like it's just not really an archetype that's like super flushed out at the moment. And the Archons were kind of disappointing because there's like this forced cooldown, and you have to invest so many passive points in order to get around it. So the Archons kind of felt kind of bad, because I was hoping like Eye of Winter with the 900% on the first one, the Archon, you convert to Lightning, and then you're doing Archmage and all this shit. You can like have this big stack, and it does work for like the 7 seconds that you have the Lightning Archon up, and then you get fucked by the cooldown. So, yeah, probably Witch Hunter, just because I haven't really played Witch Hunter grenades too much before, and that was actually quite a bit of fun. But outside that, it would be Orb of Storm's Archmage.
Nice.
Mage.
It's actually really easy to get
So
100%.
wait. Let me guess. GHAZZY's favorite build this season. It's a minion build.
Spectre ants incoming.
Yeah. I mean, it's my crack cocaine dance. I mean, I kind of dig them. Have fun. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'm like an open book here. Pretty transparent.
Yeah.
Oh man. And I can call it cocaine ants. Like that's part of the fun, right?
That is pretty good, yeah.
Like they're so fast. The mobility. I just wish all melee minions had that speed, and more minion builds would be like viable. Just the movement speed.
Yeah, they're very fast.
No, it was fun. It was also fun that we got to use a haste aura specter for like, what was it, 15
a day or two
or something. Yeah. And
yeah,
I kept
that was
telling
nice.
everybody, like, don't get used to it. It will feel so bad when they rip this away. And they ripped them away, and everyone in chat was like, I'm so slow, GHAZZY. The build is so slow. You
See,
just
it was so annoying.
movement speed.
It was so annoying after that, because when they removed it, I just went and found one, but with haste aura on it. And people are like, they removed haste aura. And I was like, no, they removed implicit haste aura. I have haste aura. You can see it at the top left. And they were like, but they nerfed it. And I'm like, they nerfed the implicit one. You can still find haste aura. Although I felt really bad. So you remember the quadrilla that spawned with like guaranteed haste?
Yeah.
Yeah, they nerfed that. But a few of one guy came into my chat and they were like, am I being super unlucky? I've been resetting the quadrilla for 3 hours and I haven't found it once. And I felt so bad. So he was just stuck there trying to spirit like a quadrilla that can't exist with haste. And I was like, yeah, you gotta move over to a different camp.
Yeah, what was the other replacement? It was the boar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god. I talked to Jonathan about that. I was like, so this is the state of Tame Beast right now. We're sitting here for 10 hours resetting a checkpoint to find the one we want. It's so hard. Yeah, I'm not sure if I think it's fine, but there's no solution. Because like when I was talking to Jonathan about it, he said, well, the best solution would be to let you tame the corpse, but then thematically it's no longer taming a beast. Now it's like specters or necromancy, right? So now it's thematically doesn't work. So like there's no real good solution without breaking the theme around it. So I don't think they're gonna change it. I think we're just gonna keep it like that.
Breeding your own boar. You get different types and you put them together like Pokemon.
That'd be great.
Watch out for Nintendo. They're putting out lawsuits.
True, dude.
True. I can't. I don't even know if we can say Nintendo anymore.
Yeah. Like Dia calls me a couple of days ago.
Oh yeah.
His mic drops and hangs up, basically talking about how my entire gimmick is just completely screwed over.
Your channel is about to be
This is from Nintendo right there. So we gotta stop saying Nintendo.
Right. Sorry about that. Okay. So what about that Pal World? You guys been playing a lot?
I played that actually. It was really fun.
Did they just have like a major? They just announced like a big update. I think. I didn't watch the video yet. I keep seeing them tweet out about.
Oh, really?
It. Yeah, they had the Terraria collab, which is actually kind of badass.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Terraria Man, I got roped into that like a month ago, 2 months ago. We were playing Fortnite with Rax and DM and whatnot, and then Rax was taking ages and shutting his stream down so we could play Fortnite. So I was sitting there, and his girlfriend was in the call, and their friend was in there as well. And they were like, "Oh, guys, you just joined us on Pal World." So I did, and then 6 hours later, shit, I gotta go to bed. The game is so addictive; it's pretty insane.
Good. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's really fun. Yeah, he keeps asking me to play Fortnite too. I haven't played Fortnite in a long time.
Well, there's no point in playing it now. They removed the thermal AR.
Oh,
no. Game shit now. We're trying to find a new game. So
RuneScape
got me in a Warcraft 3.
Old school RuneScape. You have endless gameplay to play, buddy.
That's true.
That's right. Just play that one.
We're trying to
that's badass. Oh. I got a Jad helmet over there on them. I got fucking RuneScape shit all over here. Oh, actually, here's a skill cape is the cover for the video chair. You play. That's right. You played the Hardcore Iron Man for like quite a bit of time, actually, didn't you?
Yeah, like 500 hours.
Yeah, that's enough to get in there. I just looked at my Wiseau man. I'm 483 efficient hours played from maxing, so that's a really fucking long time. It's like actually like 1,000 hours or more until I'm finally free.
That's very short.
Well, I'm clicking on the I got 2 screens open right now, but
that's
very, very slow grind.
I feel so bad for not joining the RuneScape side of the fence, because like for us in Scandinavia and Poland and Germany was very divided between RuneScape and Tibia. And in the American side, you had the North American was RuneScape mainly, and South America was mainly Tibia. And I ended up in the Tibia group. And I feel like I'm a goddamn outcast nowadays. It's like it's me and a handful of other people doing it. Everyone else is on the RuneScape train.
Yeah, I also grew up on RuneScape, but I had people in my class that played Tibia.
I play it to this day. Like just like you guys play in RuneScape sometimes. DM plays it religiously.
Yeah.
I do my daily logins on Tibia.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played Tibia. No.
I haven't played that one either. Well, I think
It's
that
very
was
much an acquired taste.
Yeah, to be fair, RuneScape is too. I think that was kind of the competitor. I think like that one and Ultima, and it wasn't Ragnarok, but there was one other that was right around the same time, and then WoW kind of killed off a lot of these.
Acheron's Skull.
Yeah, it might have been.
Maybe.
I forget. There was definitely another one in that equation.
Like Tibia on RuneScape, Tibia came out in 1997. About half a year later, RuneScape came out.
Yeah, January 2001 would have been. I forget when in January. I want to say the 9th or something. 2001 is RuneScape's release.
Like official, because I'm pretty sure it was like 97, and RuneScape had their initial stuff happening in 98.
Well, there was Devious Mud, and it was kind of different. And then when they actually released RuneScape, which would now be considered RuneScape Classic, it would have been 01.
Okay, I didn't know that. Because I know that both games are heavily inspired by the entire Ultima series and Ultima Online.
Yeah.
Because like in Tibia, like it's very much way more hardcore. You die, you lose skill progression and XP, and you can lose levels from dying and stuff like that. And it's very different in that aspect. From what I've seen from RuneScape, I don't know the details on RuneScape too much. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass here.
No, you're right. It's changed a bunch though. They used to actually back in RuneScape, you used to actually have to pick your class. So you'd pick like I'm a miner, I'm a warrior, like fighter, I think it was called, or something like that. You'd have to actually like pick a class, and it would set your stats different. You would begin with and all that, and then the version that everyone actually knows about now, I think, was 04, which would have been RS2, but 01 is when RuneScape basically started. Not that any of this lore actually matters for the purposes of this podcast, and I know Zizran's yawning over there, so...
No, it's all good. This is good for me anyway, like, it's helping me stay awake.
Wait, what time is it for you right now?
Bed tonight?
It is 9, and like the last days, I have been going to bed like 8. So I've been waking up at like 4 a.m., which is a bit too early. So hopefully I'll be able to sleep till like 7 or so tonight.
Wait, did I see you playing the Shaper of Dreams ARPG earlier? Was it?
Oh my god, yeah. So I've actually been playing it a little bit even. I've been playing a little bit during this too, and I played it like an hour after the sponsor, and I'm going to be playing it more off stream. Like, it's really good. I had not heard about it. And when I accepted the sponsor, it didn't have any Steam reviews. And then when I was like, okay, guys, we're going to do a sponsor right now for 1 hour Shaper of Dreams, people in my chat were like, oh, I have 50 hours in that. So it was like a lot of my community had played it already and played the demo. It was really cool. It's like Hades meets PoE.
I've been thinking about buying that. It keeps popping up on Steam for me. I thought it looked pretty good. So if you're recommending it, I'm going to try it tonight.
Yeah. It was a very, very good sponsor. Very impressed.
I'm going to buy it now.
It's always fun.
Yeah. If you like Hades, you'll like it. Very snappy.
I really liked Hades. Hades 1 and 2. I liked Hades 2 music better, but I liked Hades 1.
I haven't played the second one yet. I'm waiting for it to come out. I've been trying to avoid early access, like not entirely, but like I don't know. There's just so many games that I'm like, I'll probably enjoy this more when it's fully out. So I figured it would be like that with Hades.
Yeah, that's
because
probably the right call.
I want to really, really get into that. So yeah, I've waited, which is it's in like 7 days, right?
It's very soon. Yeah, they just didn't. I forget what exactly the date is, but you're right. It's very soon. Hades is good though. It's definitely worth a wait on that one, as long as you think it's spoiled too much by videos and whatnot.
I don't care about spoilers. I wanted the game to be fully out.
Here you go. Shape of Dreams.
I never actually played Hades. It's one of those games where when it was hyped up, I didn't have the time for it. And then when I had time, I forgot about it. And then I went to the spiral. Like every time I thought about it, I didn't have time. And when I did have time, I never thought about it. So I never actually played Hades, but I only heard good things about it.
It's very good. I don't know anything about the second one, if the second one's going to be good, but First one was very good. Would recommend.
All right. Well, any last topics you guys want to cover before we wrap it up here?
Amazing.
I just don't want you to talk too much shit about me when we fight Geonor on the 27th.
Dude, we have to climb. We can't
Oh.
be wiping 12 times like we did in the.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I mean, if you wipe to Geonor, there will be some bullying for sure.
Oh my god.
But I believe in you. Like, you can't get worse. Like, you will not be as tired.
All right. Fair enough. We just got to take it, GHAZZY.
No.
We've earned this shit talk. There's no way out of this one.
No, but I mean, like, GHAZZY was so tired. That's what I mean. Like, you can't be worse than that.
That's true. Oh, I was burned to a crisp, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did like a 40-hour stream or something. I pulled you in last minute because Scar no-showed.
Yeah. Did you ever talk to him afterwards? What happened?
He just sent me a DM and said he was sorry. He was really sick or something. So I'm sure
okay.
it's all good. But I was just excited to play
Yeah,
with you. When I saw fucking Zaryu, Double Lift, and Scara, I was like, holy shit. Like, I get to play with these dudes? This is going to be great. So getting to chat with, I watched Zaryu play OSRS, obviously. I'm not as big into WoW, but I watched him play OSRS a bunch. And then Double Lift, dude, I've been watching Double Lift, like, since fucking early college. Me and my buddy Eric, we'd sit down, we'd watch TSM nonstop, pretty much. I watched almost every game, so I was very excited to get a chance to talk to him.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. It was a fun event.
It was, yes. Very much. All right. We're going to let Sis go to bed. Or try to stay awake a little longer before bed. Not sure what your plan is. But I appreciate you coming on. Sorry?
No, I don't know. I might try to play some more Shaper of Dreams and then go to bed.
Gotta watch that clock, man. And get addicted to a game. You'll sit there 6 hours later if you get to sleep.
I definitely need
intend to
not
get
stay
some
awake
food.
6 hours more.
Sounds good. All right. For those of you who don't know Sis, I'm sure everybody does. We'll have a link in the description when this pops up on YouTube. Go follow him on Twitch. Check his content out. Thanks for coming in. And we have a Clutchcore event 27th. Yes. What's up, DM?
That's what I was just going to say. September 27th of this month, a.k.a. in 9 days, 7 a.m. PST, and it's 10 a.m. EST, will be hosted by Zizzarin and Rise on Zizzarin's channel, correct?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. All right. That's a wrap. I'll catch you guys on the next episode, which seems to be Tuesday, I think.
Tuesday, Pestily, I believe. Yeah, Tuesday.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Thanks for coming.
Pleasure having you on, Sis. You have a good night's
All right.
sleep. And
bye. Good night.
Bye.